Faster Louder Rock City Networks coming to you from, oh actually, I guess we better not tell everybody where the hotel is, but we're coming to you from a hotel in Melbourne. Joining me, Tyler Ramsey from Band of Horses. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, how are you?
I'm good. Now, you played an acoustic show last night at the Corner Hotel in Richmond. How did that go last night?
It was fantastic. Yeah. Great crowd and a really fun show to play.
Yeah, really good reception?
Yeah, it was really good.
Now, you were saying just before we got on camera that you enjoyed the venue?
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah. And I heard from somebody here that it has a lot of history in the area. I wasn't aware how long it had been around.
It's been around for a while.
Yeah, and he said the Stones played there in the 70s or something? Is that?
I don't know if the Stones played the Corner. Maybe.
They just told me that.
Maybe. I'm not too sure. We'll do a bit of research. That's interesting. Maybe they played an acoustic show as well before a bigger show.
Yeah.
Possibly. Now, obviously, you're over here with the band, obviously Band of Horses, to do the Infinite Arms. You're touring that album at the moment.
Yes.
How have the dates been so far leading up to Melbourne?
It's been great. We had some stuff in the States, and then we flew over here, and everything's going great.
Yeah.
Shows have been fantastic.
Nice. Now, I just want to do a little bit of a rewind just before we get into a few other things. In regards to you coming in on board with the band, Cease to Begin, you came in during that tour in 2007?
Yeah, I came in right before the album was released. Yeah. And started touring with them. And
what I find really interesting is you actually opened the shows for the band as well with your solo material. Mm-hmm. Now, those shows you were opening, that would have predated the release of your album, A Long Dream About Swimming Across the Sea?
Yeah, it did actually.
It did? Now, was that the material you were playing to open those shows?
It was.
Yeah?
The majority of it was stuff off of that.
Okay, yeah. Now, it's a really interesting concept with the band. You all sort of have equal input into what you're doing, which is quite rare these days. You don't really see a lot of that. Right. With artists, mm-hmm. That's a very old school, train of thought as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you feel when they said, "Look, come and play with us, but you know what? Open the show and use your own material from your solo stuff." It must have been quite an experience.
Yeah, I mean getting to do that was amazing enough, and then just having join the band and having Ben be the kind of guy that does want that kind of input it's rare and amazing. Yeah.
Now, was that stuff received well? Your solo stuff as well as playing with the band at the time?
Yeah, I think it went really well. And I just did we did a tour in Europe a couple months ago where I did the same thing, opened up, and it usually goes pretty well.
Does it take a lot out of you at all? Obviously, as a performer, you put a lot into what you do. Is playing two sets back to back a sort of a mentally and physically challenging thing at times?
No, I think it's better because part of the chore of touring is like the waiting around. The waiting is the hardest part kind of thing. Like waiting for the show to start and getting to go out there early and play more music to people.
Bit of a warm up.
It's great. That's the reason that you're touring is to play music for people. So I felt really lucky that I got to do it twice in one night. Yeah, sometimes 4 times.
Sometimes 4 times. Yeah. What are you closing the show?
We had the rare nights where we would actually do 2 shows. That was a long time ago, but that was pretty wild. Maybe that was a little bit tiring. But
yeah. Fair enough. Now you also wrote a track for Infinite Arms.
Yeah.
Evening Kitchen.
Evening Kitchen.
Yeah, and that's co-vocals with Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you find that? Obviously, that goes back to once again the whole subject of everybody having equal input into the album and a say in the band, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm. He really was into having us all contribute. He had Ryan wrote Older, that song Older, and Bill and Creighton wrote music for the album, so it really was a collaborative effort, and that's it's a really good feeling to be in a band that has that going on, Now you've got shows. Obviously, you've got more shows coming up. You're playing Enmore in Sydney after you play tonight
the Palace here in Melbourne. Enmore's a beautiful venue. You haven't been there before in your travels?
There, no.
You'll love the Enmore Theatre.
Nice.
And you're playing quite a historical event in Australia as far as festivals go. Splendor in the Grass has been around for quite some time, but you're playing the new the new venue for Splendor in the Grass, which has moved from New South Wales, which is the state in Australia, to Queensland. It's going to be very interesting because that's the home of the Woodford Folk Festival. So, it's an established place. It's not like you're playing a new venue where people don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
So, it's a bit of a historical thing. And as far as your music is concerned, you kind of, when you're listening to it, for me personally, it paints pictures in your head. The way that the music has been produced and the way that it comes across when you're listening to it. I think Splendor in the Grass is a great canvas for you guys to paint that picture for people. It's going to be a very exciting time.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to see the new location. I know the last one was beautiful, and we had such a great time there a couple
Byron
years ago.
Bay.
Yeah, so nice. But, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, a little bit of a twist. There's no beach to escape to this time. You're a bit more, but, you're in the Australian outback. Pretty much.
That sounds good to me.
It's going to be different. I think it's going to match your music quite well.
Good deal.
Definitely with the imagery and everything that you portray as far as the music is concerned with Infinite Arms. It's going to be a very exciting time.
Nice. That is exciting. I didn't know it was in the outback.
Yeah, no, I think you'll like it. It's good, and you get to see Brisbane, big country town as well. Now, you have dates coming up outside of Australia. You're playing Summer Sonic in Tokyo and Osaka. You have those shows coming up. I believe there was a New Zealand show. Is it still on? We have a show in New Zealand. I can't remember exactly where. And then I can't remember. I think it's Power Station or something like that.
Yeah.
How's the reception with the Japanese crowds as well?
The last time we did Summer Sonic 2 years ago as well, and it seemed great. I mean, it was a different scene, but people were so into the music. It was a blast. Yeah. And that was my first time ever being over there, so it was a culture shock kind of thing, but it was great.
You'd be able to see for miles in Japan.
Yes. I'm rather tall.
Now, what I did notice with Summer Sonic is it's kind of like the Readings Leeds Carling weekend, which you guys are also playing later on during the year, where there's the swap of the lineups because they have Osaka, Tokyo.
Yeah.
Can you liken Summer Sonic and Leeds and Reading in any sort of aspect as far as the festival is concerned when you play that?
We've never done Reading Leeds.
Okay.
So I have no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the way that Summer Sonic went the last time was so much fun, just moving from city to city. Like we were on a plane with like 5 other bands, and everyone was just having a blast.
Yeah.
But it's neat to be shuffling around like that.
Yeah. Now, while you're on the road, are you writing? Are you doing anything on the road? Are you really just concentrating on getting this album out and performing it well?
We've all been writing actually a lot. I mean, I've been trying to. It's not as easy as when you're at home on a break, but I've been spending a lot of time like in hotel rooms, like with a guitar.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I've been doing since I've been on this tour. So.
Now, I guess you would have worked with artists before, Band of Horses, of course. Do you find that camaraderie that you guys have, as far as all that equal contribution is concerned, easier for you to write music with that sort of, that outlook
that
you have?
Atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think writing music is, I don't know, it's always a challenge. I don't know if that atmosphere really makes it easier.
Sure.
There is more incentive there, so it kind of like gets you more excited about it, but it's like it's still a challenge to come up with things that are interesting and good. But I try.
Nice. So you've got obviously you do have Japan coming up. Then you go to I believe you go to Belgium, Netherlands. There's some French shows in there, and then you head home later on in the year, and there's quite a lot of tours on that dates on that tour. You looking forward to getting home after you do come out of the bottom side of the?
Yeah, I mean it's a really busy year.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of touring. We've been doing it for I think 4 months already since before the record came out, and but we had a decent break before this one. We had 3 weeks off at home, and we get like 7 days at the end of this run, and then we go back out. So, yeah, it's nice to get home for sure.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a weird thing because you get home and you have that adjustment period of like, oh, what am I supposed to be doing? You know, like you get so used to the schedule.
A lot of artists
traveling.
tend to go through that too when they get back from tours. When in that downtime, it kind of freaks them out a little bit.
Yeah.
How do you get around that yourself personally?
I don't know. I try and like get plenty of rest when I get home, and then just, you know, there's that one day that you wake up and you're like, oh, okay, this is what it's like to not have something to do all day, you know, or not have to get on a plane or whatever. It takes a little while, but once you adjust, it's pretty normal.
Yeah, excellent. All right, my friend. Well, you know, enjoy the rest of your shows in Australia, and thank you so much for giving us your time here on Faster Louder and Rock City Networks. It's a great album, and it's even better that you know, finally we get to see some artists in this new musical world that decide that collaboration together rather than one person running a show can actually, you know, bring out the best in people. I think it's an amazing album, and well done, and hopefully we get to see you in Australia again next time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's you know, it's a buzz, and enjoy the show tonight, and enjoy Sydney, and especially enjoy Splendour in the Grass. I think the way that you let you know, the landscapes of the places that you've written songs about influence your songwriting. I think you might bring something out of Splendour in the Grass. That's just my tip. I don't know.
Good deal. Yeah, I can't wait.
We'll see. Let us know next time you come back to Australia.
Yeah, definitely.
Tyler Ramsey, Band of Horses. This is for Rock City Networks, Faster Louder. We'll talk to you soon. Actually, if you want any more information, you can go to allthews.bandofhorses.com for dates, tour info. You can buy the albums there as well. You can get merchandise. There's all sorts of stuff you can do on there.
All kinds of things.
Yeah. Nice one. And, well, mate, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll let you go, and enjoy Melbourne while you're still here.
Yeah, thanks so much. I'm going to.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you.